the developments that took place at the weekend and those pending. We are standing up for the champion of the Montserrat County District League. I'm talking about District 11. Good afternoon once again, and welcome to the show. My name is Michael Weah, and these are our top stories. Liberia Football Association champions Leicester FC has withdrawn from the 2023 West Africa Championship Cup due to administrative reasons. An ordinary General Assembly of Zone A member countries of the West African Football Union WAFU has taken place. Where did they gather? We will tell you more when we come back. District 11 is the champions of the Montserrat County District League who fell victim to District 11. All of these, plus many, many more, are all packaged in this 30-minute presentation. The name is Michael, where I'm the only soldier here this afternoon. Champions, all the champions, stand up. All the champions, all the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up. All the champions, all the champions, stand up. And when I fall down, have to pick myself. Yes, indeed. In the world of sports or in sports, whenever you fall to the ground, it is not the end of your endurance. It tells you that you need to wake up and be able to, continue the race. We are also on LBS Facebook page this afternoon. So if you are there and you want to, get a glimpse of the presentation, then of course you have to log on to the LBS Facebook page and follow the World of Sports right here on ELBC Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. Let's go straight into the presentation. District 11 on Sunday was crowned super champions of the Montserrat County District League. They defeated District 16 6-5 in post-match penalty shootout at the ATS in Central Monrovia. Both teams settled to a 1-1 draw before heading into post-match penalties shootout. The league was organized by the Liberia Football Association and brought together the 17 electoral districts within Montserrat County. Congratulations to District 11 of Montserrat County for winning the District League of the county. Meanwhile, the Liberia Football Association says it is preparing to take the league into other counties across the country. Liberia Football Association champions Leicester FC has withdrawn from the 2023 West Africa Championship Cup due to administrative reasons. The club was invited to Guinea by the organizers for a week-long engagement. According to the club, they have officially communicated with the organizers about their decision. Meanwhile, the club is continuing preparation for the upcoming CAF Champions League and the new league season of the Liberia Football Association. And so Leicester is now going to Guinea, and they have already informed the organizers about their unpreparedness to go for the competition. So Leicester isn't going to Guinea anymore because of administrative reason. At the same time, 2 Liberian representatives to this year's CAF competition have known their respective opponents. The 2 clubs are champion clubs are Leicester FC and Watanga Football Club, respectively. CAF has paired Watanga FC against Stade Malien of Bamako, Mali, in the first leg preliminary round of the CAF Confederations Cup. The first leg will be played on the weekend of August 15 to 17 in Bamako, Mali. For the champions, Leska FC, they will rub shoulders against Bull Rangers of Sierra Leone in the CAF Champions League qualifying round. Their engagement, according to the Confederation of African Football, is scheduled for August 18 to 19 in neighboring Sierra Leone. So there you have it. Leska FC and that of Watanga, they have been paired against clubs from Bamako, Mali, and Sierra Leone. And so Leska is going to Sierra Leone for a clash against Bull Rangers, whereas Watanga will be traveling to Bamako, Mali to engage Stade Malien. And we hope that the two teams, can bring us victories when the competition begins next month. An ordinary General Assembly of Zone A member countries of the West African Football Union WAFU has taken place. Delegates at the Gambia Assembly discussed issues pertaining to the sub-regional football body's strategic framework and policies. Liberia Football Association was represented by its Secretary General Anthony Adlaw Koli Duako and Executive Committee member Anthony Danuka. Well, we hope to get to the Secretary General of the Liberia Football Association, that's Anthony Adlaw Koli Duako, during the week to tell us more about the just ended Ordinary General Assembly of WAFU A countries of the region. If you just join us, this is the World of Sports right here on ELBC Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. We are also on our Facebook page. You can log on to the page and you'll be able to follow the development this afternoon on the show. Last week, the Liberia Football Association appointed and then unveiled, if you will, a new manager for the national female soccer team of Liberia, the Lone Star. She is from Ethiopia, and Malan Salama Kambidi, has a 2-year contract signed between she and the LFA for her to manage Liberia football programs in terms of specific reference to women football. And so Liberia has a new female national team coach. She is from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. She is already in country and she has signed a 2-year contract with authorities of the Liberia Football Association to train and manage the national team. According to what we understood from sources close to the LFA, it's not just coaching. It's not just coaching. She will be able to develop training manuals, for the different female clubs of Liberia, all the female teams of Liberia, the under 15, the under 17, the under 20, the under 23, and then up to the senior national team. So Manan Salama has a huge task. And as the president of the LFA said during the unveiling ceremony, Mustafa Raji, he did call on former football coaches of the national team. I'm talking about female coaches of the national team, to give, a happy hand, to come around this new coach so that they too can all work together to ensure that our women football program gets to the next level. And the coach, that's the Ethiopian football tactician. She's also a CAF license A instructor. All right. And so she has, taken charge of the female national team of Liberia on a 2-year contract. We are trying to make some arrangements with the FA, perhaps between now and this weekend, to see as to whether we can bring her on this national platform so that she can be able to tell us exactly what lies ahead for women football. Our women football. Sorry to say, folks, don't hold me. We need to do more for our teams, for our clubs. And so with the coming in of Madam Kibidi of Ethiopia, I think it is a good initiative undertaken by the Liberia Football Association to bring in a football tactician, a female football tactician that will work alongside with our players and other members of the female national team, so that we can have a roadmap in terms of maybe between 2 to 3 years from now, where do we want to see our female football going? I was so encouraged when I started watching the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup. Fascinating. Oh, come on. And I will encourage most of the women who are playing football, find some time to watch your friends from Nigeria, from Zambia, from Morocco. They're playing. How do you think they got to where they are? They started from down the line with support from their respective governments, support from their respective football associations. So you too can be like them. The girls from Nigeria are not extraordinary. They are not. You can be like them. The girls from Ireland, the girls from England, the girls from the United States, they're not extra. But hey, we got to get serious. You got to get serious. As a women football player, you got to get serious. You got to move your game from one level to the other. So I think we need to, support them. We need to encourage them. And at the same time, the government and the FA, they too, they got to jump in to be able to, give all of the support to our girls. I can remember years back, we had a nice female national team here. The legs of Emilia Washington, the legs of Okocha. Someone sitting down in Clarita and telling me, yes, that's true. I can remember Emilia Washington and all the other girls, they were on top of their game. But look where we are today. So with the coming in of this coach, it is my hope that we'll put all hands on deck to ensure that she gets all the support, so that she can leave a mark on our team before her 2 years can expire. The World of Sports, as I said, is on ELBC Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. Let me clear the decks very quickly. Then, of course, we can open the lines. Perhaps you want to engage your views on some of the issues we are running here this afternoon. Manchester United has agreed a 10-year extension to their partnership with Adidas, worth a minimum of £900 million. United's new deal with the German kit manufacturer runs until June 2035, with their previous 10-year deal having been worth $750 million. It is thought to be the largest kit deal in Premier League history based on revenue collection. The relationship between Manchester United and Adidas is one of the most iconic in world sport. This was said by United's chief executive, Richard Arnold, when he spoke to the BBC over the weekend. So this is good news for those of you who are Manchester United fans. You have extended your partnership with Adidas, 10 years extension. And so we expect to see the likes of your new goalkeeper, Andre Onana from Cameroon, to be wearing the Adidas outfit of Manchester United, and other players of Manchester United will also be wearing the same Adidas kit materials from, Adidas. So that's good news for those of you who are fans of Manchester United. From Manchester, let's go to Stamford Bridge. Chelsea has reached an agreement to sign defender Access Dasasi from AS Monaco. The BBC says the deal is put at 45 million euros. The 25-year-old will give Chelsea another red-sided centre-back option following the injury of Wesley Fofana. Fofana has been ruled out for several months after ongoing ligament surgery. Meanwhile, Chelsea has won the summer series in the United States. The Blues lifted the trophy Sunday after defeating Fulham 2-0. And 37-year-old Brazilian football veteran defender Thiago Silva headed home the match opener just 6-7 minutes. And then Christopher Nkunku ran up the victory to ensure that Mauricio Pochettino can get his first silverware, as manager of Chelsea. Nigeria has progressed to the last 16 and could face England in the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup. I told you already about the World Cup. It's fascinating. It's fire burning. The girls are playing real football. Nigeria and Ireland played goalless, while Canada went down to Australia 0-4 today. Japan, on the other hand, defeated Spain 4-0, while Zambia were 3-1 winners over Costa Rica. You see that? Imagine. So it tells you that, once you have programs for the women to participate in, they can express themselves. I was astonished to have seen Japan beating Spain. The tiki-taka girls of Spain, they couldn't stand Japan today. They beat them 4-0. So I will encourage most of our girls, go and watch the ongoing World Cup for women in New Zealand, and you will be so astonished that what those girls are doing, you too can do likewise. And finally, Senegalese international Sadio Mane is on his way to the Saudi Pro League. The Senegalese forward is having his medical as we speak at Al Nassr from Bayern Munich. He went to Bayern Munich from Liverpool. So Mane only joined Bayern Munich last summer, signing a 30-year contract after a move from Liverpool. I told you already. He netted in 12 goals in 38 appearances as Bayern won an 11th straight Bundesliga title. So you see, Sadio Mane left from England, went to Germany. He signed a 30-year contract with Bayern Munich. As I speak to you, he's now doing his medical in Saudi Arabia. And when that goes through, then of course he becomes a player in the Saudi Pro League from Bayern Munich of Germany. We don't have West Germany and we have East Germany. It was at that time, but having had that merging, and so it's not possible to say East Germany or West Germany. The both of them can come together. As a matter of fact, they are together, and so we refer to them as Germany and not West or East Germany. The World of Sports right here on ELBC Radio. I know you've been wondering, what is the update of Kylian Mbappe, future at the Paris Saint-Germain, and he has until midnight tonight, the 31st of July, to be a player still for Paris Saint-Germain, or he could move away. Then Harry Kane, the captain of the English national team, is also in the news. He's also in the news. And I have been following developments, involving the two players. And let's hear from Sky Sports. This reporter has been following developments regarding the two players of world football, the England captain. As a matter of fact, the two players are captains. All right. Kylian Mbappe is the captain of the French national team, whereas Harry Kane is the captain of the Three Lions, of England. That's the English national team. So let's hear from the BBC as to where we are regarding what happens for Harry Kane and that of Kylian Mbappe.
Well, I think it could be a significant day in Harry Kane's future, because Sky Germany this morning have been at Munich airport and they have filmed two people from Bayern Munich flying to London, supposedly to have a meeting about Harry Kane with the Tottenham chairman, Daniel Levy, are the Bayern chief executive, Jan Christian Driesen, and also their technical director, Marco Neppe. Now, you can't take anything for granted when it comes to transfers. We don't know 100% that they're coming to London to meet Daniel Levy. For instance, they may have some other business in the capital, but all the information we've been getting from Sky Germany throughout the past 7 days is that this meeting was going to happen. I think originally it was supposed to happen on Friday, then it was delayed for a couple of days. And it is significant because people are saying, if Tottenham really didn't want to sell Harry Kane at all, why would they have any talks with Bayern Munich? Because if a player is not for sale, he's not for sale. You just tell Bayern Munich once and they go away. But the fact that it appears these two executives from Bayern are coming to London today seems to suggest that something is happening.
Okay. Is anything happening with Kylian Mbappe? It's an important day. It was marked on the calendar, 31st of July, for some time.
Yes, it's an important day because he's got until midnight tonight to extend his contract at PSG by another year. PSG were expecting him to do that. He's told them he's not going to do that. PSG are 99.99% sure that he will not extend his contract by midnight tonight. And that means that he is going to be for sale. He's already been for sale since last Friday when they dropped him from their squad to go on their pre-season tour. Interestingly also, if Kylian Mbappe is still a PSG player tomorrow, which of course he's going to be, he picks up a €60 million loyalty bonus, which is payable to him in instalments. Now, behind the scenes, PSG are absolutely convinced that he has already secretly agreed to move to Real Madrid on a free transfer next summer. And that free transfer would see him getting a £160 million signing on fee. PSG say, we're not going to let that happen. He is for sale. We will find him another club to go to this window and get a transfer fee, and we will force him out. But of course, Kylian Mbappe has a contract with PSG until next summer, and if he doesn't want to be sold, he doesn't have to go anywhere.
So if he goes to another club this summer and it's on loan, could it be in the Premier League? I'm reading all sorts of stuff.
There has been lots of well-sourced reports saying that Liverpool may be interested, Chelsea may be interested. I think the situation is that if you went to any Premier League club and talked about Kylian Mbappe, look, of course, we'd love to sign him, but the numbers are astronomical. There is no way we could afford to sign him. But I think what could happen, I think this is a long shot, if he refuses to extend his contract at PSG, which I think almost certainly he will refuse, if he refuses to be sold anywhere else this summer, we may have a situation late in the window where PSG is so desperate for him to leave that they would be open to him going out on loan to a club who would just take him for 1 year. And then I think there could be the possibility that a Premier League club may come in for him, because all they would have to do is pay his wages. They are astronomical, but in return, you would be getting the best player in the world, albeit just for 12 months.
If you missed out on all the happenings at the weekend in the world of sports, it's only one program that brings you up to speed. The World of Sports is that program. Join the sporting crew every Monday at 3:50 in the afternoon on ELBC Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia.
Your week is balanced when you listen to the Liberian Soccer Show, the show that knows it all when it comes to Liberian football. The Liberian Soccer Show is on your radio every Wednesday at 3:50 in the afternoon on ELBC Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. Super Sports is that program that breaks the barrier between you and the sporting world. It brings out the issues, players, technicians, and administrators around the table. When these people talk, they talk to Super Sports only on ELBC Radio. Join the crew every Saturday at 9:30 in the morning and experience the difference.
It is an invitation for you to join us on Monday for the World of Sports, Wednesday, the Liberia Soccer Show, and then on Saturday for Super Sports, all on ELBC Radio 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. But just before we go, we are receiving reports that the Liberia volleyball national team is somewhere there in the Ivory Coast participating in the Zone 3 basketball, that's volleyball competition. We haven't been able to get some information regarding their participation in the competition. We hope that at 7 o'clock this evening, we can be able to, bring you up to date with the participation of the Liberia national volleyball team. They are in Ivory Coast. They're participating in an international volleyball competition. They left at the weekend, and I'm told that they should be returning hopefully today or tomorrow. But we'll try to do our best between 9 and 7 o'clock this evening to bring you up to speed as to how did it go, with Liberia participating in the international volleyball competition that is taking place in Abidjan, the Ivory Coast. Well, that is all the time we have to be on the show. Make it a date to join us on the Monday for the show, the World of Sports. Then on Wednesday this week is the Liberia Soccer Show. Then on Saturday is Super Sports. Until then, let me say many thanks to our producer in the background. She's been doing a very, very fantastic job making sure that our Facebook viewers, can have a taste of what happens, here at LBS. On behalf of the crew, my name is Michael. Weah. Do have yourself a wonderful and promising Monday. And hey, in sports they say winning is a must, but whenever you are losing, try to show